I hope y'all had a good Christmas holiday. I did. We had lots of fun. And Nana's here, so we have extra people. It's been a lot of fun. So hopefully y'all had a good time too. Alright, let me see if I can find myself. While all this stuff just randomly goes off. Oh, there it is. Wait. Oh. Seriously. Now I see it. Alright, so my mom informed me that we needed winter stuff, right? So Christmas is over. So we needed a new wreath, which we did last week, right? So we need a new bow for the mailbox. I also had someone who asked me about showing how to do the patterns again. So we have 2 patterned ribbons tonight, and that's what we're going to concentrate on tonight. So we're going to concentrate on dealing with patterns so that they will come out the way that you want them to. Okay, so this is a bow set that we have listed. So we have our snowman, and we have our little snowman hats. Super cute. And then we have kind of a red and gray and the birch. This is my favorite right now. This ribbon is my favorite. And it has this really cool texture on it. Alright, so we are going to concentrate on patterns. So we're going to do some by hand and some on the bow maker so you can really kind of see what you can do. Alright, so let's zoom in. We want to be pretty close because I want you to be able to see. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have had the sinus wonders lately. Alright, so first let's talk about the tails. Okay. So one of your tails is going to be correct because you're putting it out there correctly, right? One is going to be upside down. So I'm going to show you how to deal with that first. Okay, so let's say we want 16-inch tails. So I'm going to actually cut this at about 17 inches because I need an inch to put right here. And I'm going to go ahead and take my zip tie and put it there. Now both of our tails are going to be going in the correct direction. Let's see, let's move this down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I am dovetailing it. So all we do is fold it over. Yeah, my hair is really long. It's true. It has gotten very long. Well, I'm glad you're here today. So the first one we're going to do on the bow maker, and I'm going to show you how to deal with the pattern on the bow maker. Alright, so we said 16 inches. So we'll put our 16 inches down. So look, I cut that one too long. I did that one too long. There we go. Look at that. Both tails are going the same exact direction. So if you want both tails going the same exact direction, this is how you have to do it. You have to cut a piece off and put it in. Okay. Now let's look at actually putting the bow on. So we're going to do one bow maker, one without. So one with the bow maker, one with our hands. So I'm just going to do 6 inches. It might be slightly over 6 inches. Now this is what I want you to see. Okay, so just a little bit over 6 inches. Now look at this. This hat is going in this direction. This hat is going in this direction. So if this doesn't bother you, you can just keep going. If it bothers you, like it bothers most of us, I'm going to show you how to fix it. What you're going to do is you're going to put your hands right where the bow meets these middle pegs. Doesn't matter what bow maker you're using, just right where it's twisted. You're going to pick the entire bow loop up and you're going to twist it again. Whether you go to the right or, you know, forwards or backwards, it's not going to matter. You just have to twist it completely so that you can have them exactly the same direction. Okay? Thank you. So let's do it again. And you have to decide which side you like what direction you want to go in. Okay. You don't want to twist it until you've gotten the loop completely made. So once the loop is completely done, you've twisted it, it's in the center, then you pick it up. We'll do it this direction this time, just so you can see it makes no difference which direction you go. Okay, you see that? All right, one more. So see how on one side we have 3, everything's going the same direction, it's totally fine. You're not going to be able to tell that you have twisted. So now another important point. So I've trimmed this one off. We have an inch right in here. Can you see that? We still have to twist that whole entire piece just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of spread it out. Very important that you have that little piece, otherwise it's going to come loose. Okay? So now we can go to our second ribbon. It's not for me. Go out and come back in. Usually if it's blurry, you just need to go out, come back in. Alright, so our second ribbon is this gray. Let's see, do I want to... Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so 6.5. This one's the same on both sides, so no big deal here. You're just going to do the same length that you did with the hats. So we did 3 loops, now we're doing 2 loops. Okay. So snowmen, owls, the cardinals, things like anything with snow, ice skates, all of that works really well this time of year, right? Because right now we're in winter. Too late to do Christmas. It's still just a tad early to do spring, although you can start spring. So we're going to do some winter. All right. And Valentine's is also part of winter, right? Okay. So we did 1 loop of this. Trim that off. See, we don't need to do anything special with these because there's no pattern, right? It's just totally just normal ribbon. It doesn't need anything else. All right, now I'm going to move this up a little bit because this one we're going to do in our hand. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our tail. Okay, so we said 16 inches. So I'm going to pinch it right here where our tail starts. All right, then we're going to go ahead and go to 5 inches. What that does is that's going to stack our bow and just kind of give us a nice big fuller bow. So to get from that, I'm going to go from the 10 to the 1, and I'm going to pinch it right here. I'm not twisting it, okay? No, these bow makers are $15. Okay. So I have it in between my thumb and my finger. You see nothing is twisted. I'm going to go again from the 10 to the 1, and I'm going to come across this time. So let the ribbon show you which way you need to go. Okay, so when the pretty side of the ribbon is up, you're going to pull the loop underneath And look how I'm putting it in my hand, okay? I'm just pushing it in there. I'm not trying to get it on top or on bottom. I'm simply just pushing it right in, okay? So on the other side, the ugly side is up. So we are going to come across this way. And again, I'm just pushing it in between my finger and my thumb. I can put my hands here to make sure they're still working. The same length. Okay. So again, this side, pretty side, goes under. Okay. And the ugly side, the ugly side goes over. All right. Here's where we're going to differ. All right, so you can see our tail, if we pulled it out front, he's going to be upside down. Well, we don't really want him upside down. So we're going to trim this piece off. We have that inch right there. Let's go back to the bow maker. Okay. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to place the entire thing down in my bow maker. Okay. So that part we did by hand, and then we put it on the bow maker. Now we want that tail to match. So we are going to, yeah, it's really not expensive to get one of these bow makers. And honestly, it's such a great investment. So we said 16 inches, right? So we're going to cut off an extra inch for that inch that we have to place in the bow maker. Let me see here. There we go. All right, so all I'm going to do is pinch like an inch. Pinch an inch. That old saying. I'm going to put it in here. Now look how perfect everything looks. Our snowmen are all going in the right direction. Our hats are all going in the right direction. And there was 2 different methods that we used. Right, the first method we twisted right next to the bow maker, and the second method we actually did it in our hand. We got the new bow makers in. I'm hoping to get them listed tomorrow. So they actually came in today. All right, so now we're going to do the opposite of what we did down here. We did gray first, then the birch. So now we're going to do birch and end with the gray. So I have to do 2 loops of this at 5 inches. No need to do anything special with this ribbon because it's just kind of a all over pattern. So, and then we can end off with one of these. Thank you. I'm glad you like my bows. I love making bows. So, okay, 1 loop. 1 loop. There you go. Okay. So we've got our zip tie. It looks like it kind of fell out, but that's okay. We'll just come under here. When I come under here, I'm going to make sure I have that little bitty piece. Actually, let's do it on this side. We're going to, something I don't normally do, we're going to tie it on this side because I need to make sure I have those little 1-inch pieces in here. And I can see the one that's up higher. I can't see the one that's down lower. Okay, so now I'm going to reach all the way down to the bottom and pull it out. Pull it out. So we can see here where our indentation is. See right there? So all I'm going to do is lightly hold the bow and slip this around the back. The reason that you want to lightly hold that bow is because what's going to happen as you move your zip tie is the whole ribbon is going to shift with it. So if you hold it just lightly, Which bow maker do I like best? This one. I like this one. This one is my favorite. So if you ever make a bow and then you go to fluff it and your loops are just all over the place and they're wonky, that's what happened. What happened is when you were moving your zip tie around, everything moved, or your wire or whatever you use. I like zip ties because I can get it tight enough to break the bow, which I really want to do. So see, here's our little piece. So I'm going to put a pipe cleaner in the back, and then I'm going to tie it as tight as I can get it. If you have trouble with your hands, there are tools that can help you with the zip ties. Now we're going to break the bow. So what does that mean? So down here, especially with these loops that we twisted, it's really kind of all twisted down in here where it meets the zip tie. So we're just going to kind of pull back and forth, and that's going to loosen it up. It breaks the bow, right? It breaks it from the center, and it allows you to get more of a fuller fluff. So always work from the bottom, work your way up. Also, when you break the bow like that, it makes it easier for you to move the ribbons around. So if you're having trouble getting the ribbons to move and stay moved, place it down and pull the ribbons in the opposite direction. It's going to give you more opportunity to really get those in the place you want them. If you tied your zip tie tight, it's not going to come loose. That's why I use zip ties, because then I can really see how fluffy that side is. It's because I pulled and I twisted and I got my hands in there and I really moved it around. Don't be afraid to get your hands in there and move that ribbon around, because that's what's going to make it fluffier. Like, that's what's going to really make your bows look like my bows. I know, aren't these colors awesome? So look at that. Now we can just, so for the tails, I'm just going to run my hands under all of them. Doesn't matter if you start from the bottom or the top with the tails. You just want to make sure you touch them all. And you can either leave them hanging where they're doing that little curl, or you can twist them up. But look how nice it looks, because everything that's a pattern is going in the perfect direction. It all goes in the right direction. Nothing is going in the opposite direction. I'm going to tell you some of the tricks to making your bows look like this is make sure you're doing that step of breaking the bow. Very important. Make sure you're using a zip tie and get it as tight as you can. Tight. Those are two very important factors. Okay? All right. So, this bow maker, let's talk about the bow maker for a second. Thank you. This bow maker here, okay, it has this peg. This is the spool holder, so this is where you put your ribbon if you have it on a spool, right, like this, okay? These two pegs are where you put your ribbon in between. This peg right here, a lot of people think this peg isn't important, but it is very important. This peg keeps these two pegs from getting too loose and popping out. If you have a bow maker like this and your bow, your little pieces right here keep flopping out, it's because you don't have this little piece. You see how it is actually designed to push against these two. When you first get your bow maker, it's going to be tight. So just kind of pull a little bit, just kind of work a little bit until it gets a little bit looser. Very important when you have one of these bow makers. The pegs are going to look like they don't fit, but they do. They do fit. You have to actually put a little glue in there and hammer it down. So, I don't know. Do I even have a hammer in here? Probably not. Y'all, you know I never know where anything is in my place now. I thought I had a hammer in here, but I don't know where it went. Anyways, you want to hit these with a hammer pretty strongly. Oh no! Is it being weird today? So it's very important that you make sure you do that step. Okay, so smack them in. I mean, just... That's going to make a difference. Alright, so do we have any questions on how to make these all go in the same direction? I use these two in the middle, right here. So this little one just keeps these two in place. It really, the only purpose for this little one is to keep these two in place. You can also use this little one if you have very small ribbon. So let's say that you are making really tiny hair bows, you can use this. So, I do sell bows that are already made. Yes, I do. Yep. Awesome. We also are just now, we got the keys to our new place, and Tori was over there all day yesterday and all day today. We're painting and getting it ready. We will be teaching these in person. So there's always that option. Here, let me see if I can kind of zoom in and pull it up close. All right. Like this. This is the little one, so you can see it's right there. These are the two big ones. This is where you put your ribbon in between these two big ones where my finger is. So like this. If you put your ribbon here, okay, you're going to pull your ribbon, and right in between these two large pegs, you just put it right down in the middle. You see how it's in between those pegs? All this is doing is holding those in place. Okay, and then I like to put mine in sideways because I think it's easier for me to see it. I know, I'm excited. And then twist it. Well, that didn't sound good, did it? I don't know what that noise was. You see? And I do have a video. So small bows are 15 and larger bows are usually 30. I do have a video on how to put this bow maker together. So if you get one, if you go to my YouTube channel, all you have to do is go onto my YouTube channel, and there's a search function in there, and you just put in easy bow, and this will pop up, the little video I did on how to put this together. And there's a couple of, you know, we do some custom signs. It depends on what it is. If it's something that we can do kind of that everyone can buy, we do. But if it's really custom, then we have someone, actually we have a couple people that we suggest. So email me, and well, if we can't do it, we'll tell you who can. Thank you. Yeah, so I think that's how I did it too. I think I put the small one in, and then I did the two. I don't remember. It shouldn't make a difference as long as you get it in there tight. It's going to do its job. Yep. Yeah, there will be more information soon, and we will be doing virtual stuff for people, of course, who can't come. But and then packages that you can purchase and stuff. Absolutely, I can do that. Just email me, Debbie. I can definitely do that. Yep. Thank you. I'm going to take this home for Mama because we're putting it on the mailbox. The ribbon that I used. So this is little Santa hats. This one, Santa. Snowman hats. This is Snowman. See his little hat? And then we have this gray and red. And my all-time favorite, the birch ribbon. We have some of this in 50-yard rolls that I need to get listed. So, yep. I can't remember which one I did first. Okay, how about I go live tomorrow, because we're going over there. I'm going over there tomorrow at 12 because we're getting our internet. So I'll go live and show y'all what it looks like, and so you can get kind of an idea of what it looks like so far. So, I know I love the birch ribbon. It is like my new favorite right now. So tomorrow night I have, we put up 2 new sign and ribbon sets, and we're going to use one of them. Absolutely, this ribbon goes outside all the time. All the ribbons that we use are safe for outside. Thank you. So we're going to be using, I have 2. I have one that's a snowman, and it just says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And the other one is an owl. I'm not sure which one we're going to do, but we're going to do one with this ribbon and this ribbon, which is in my store. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to do the snowman or the owl. Maybe we'll do the owl first. Yeah. Yes, I will. I'll get those listed tomorrow. Those birch ribbons, the 50-yard rolls. For sure. I'm trying to find more 50-yard rolls, but it's hard. It's hard to find them. Alright, so I'll go live tomorrow around noonish and show y'all the new place, and we'll be talking about it as we get it ready. We've gotten our tables and chairs in, but we have a lot of stuff to set up, so it's going to be really fun. Yep, and we got our laser ordered, so our wood cutting laser has been ordered. Don't know when it's coming in, but I'm thinking, the kit for January is black and white ice skates. I'll try to have it with me tomorrow night so I can show you, because they've already started putting those together. But absolutely, we are definitely going to have more information about the teaching in person. We're going to be doing stuff other than just wreaths and bows and centerpieces. We're also going to be doing some, wood signs and tier tray decorating and some stuff like that. Oh, and tumbler making, the little tumblers. We're going to do some of those. And we are trying to get this person that we know that's awesome at crocheting little things to come and do that as well. Is it choppy today? It looks good on my side, but you just never know about the internet, so. All right. Okay, so we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and I will definitely come on at 12 tomorrow and show you the new space. All right. And I would show you around here, but nothing has changed yet. They still haven't come put up the wall. So once they start getting that done, I'll start showing y'all that too. Okay? Y'all have a great night. I'm going home because my hubby is on vacation. I'm going to go spend some time